when you were growing up, when did you first start thinking about becoming a priest?
Oh, well, at home, daily prayer was part of our lives, especially with the rosary, and also Sunday Mass. I don't remember we ever missed. It rain or shine, we came. So that was my upbringing. Certainly was of a Catholic background, and well, I started being open to and appreciate the love and the services that priests of our parish rendered over the years. So when I was maybe 8 years old, I began to serve Mass with the altar servers. And here we had a tradition that the Sisters of Notre Dame looked after the altar servers to discipline us, basically to serve well, but also for a catechesis. And they always took no more and no less than 40 altar servers. Every Sunday that I grew up, there was 40 altar servers. And you kind of didn't want to lose your spot because there was always 11 servers. 5 were cross-bearer, acolytes and incense and whatever. And then there's always 6 that came out during the consecration with torches, avec des flambeaux, because that was an important moment. And one of the prayers that the Sister Marie-Rose Mercier, of happy memory, she would always have us pray part of a psalm. What will I do to give thanks to you, O Lord? I will go to the altar of the Lord. I will praise your name, and so on. And it's funny that that prayer really stuck with me. And after a while I said, well, everyone is called to come to the altar of the Lord to praise the name of God in his name, and so on. But then after a while I said, well, I guess we can also do that as a priest. So I think when I was 15, I was still an altar server, and Monsignor Gérard Couture, who was the pastor here then, asked me once if I was, now that I was in grade 11, if I had thought of what I'd like to do when I grow up. And I said, yes, I have. There's a few things that I'd like to do. My dad wanted me to be a farmer, that's for sure. And yet I wanted to become a teacher. And basically I was also open to the possibility of serving as a priest. So I kind of told Monsignor Couture, yes, I kind of thought it's one of the options that I'm called to love and to serve, be that as a farmer, as a teacher, or maybe a priest. And I'm sure that he took that on and told the Father Richard Larivière, who was in charge of vocations for the Diocese of Gravelbourg then, that very fall he came to the farm when we were finishing harvest to kind of see if I would consider going to pursue my studies at Collège Notre Dame in Prince Albert. And I have to tell you, for me it was a very important moment. Because my brother and I, we were finishing harvest, and we wanted to finish that very day, Friday. It was Friday because weekends, was important for teenagers in our town. That's when we came to town, on Saturday to go to the show or to visit and so on. But the pickup on the combine broke. And my brother and I said, well, nothing prevents us from going to get forks because there's about 300 yards of swat to pick up yet. We said, well, we can fork that in and we'll be through. And when we finished forking this into the combine, this car, nice 2-door coupe car, drove into the field. And we said, who is this fool who's coming in this field? Like we always use the oldest truck or the oldest car to come in the field. But his first words were, the harvest is abundant, but the laborers are few. And for me, it was almost a very special moment, how important it was to work at the harvest for our dad, for our family. But to me, he was also speaking of another kind of harvest. So it was a very important moment in my life that it was important to work at the harvest of the fields, but also the harvest of men and women to become disciples of Christ, to be true to his name.